don't trust a so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think, compare me. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Cowboys are top 10 in defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Redskins, who will need to solve that secondary.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Dan Bailey's got it teed up, and here we go now from Arlington at AT&T Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, they go to Perkins. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Bridgewater on first down. It's caught. Stills right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, Elliott. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down, and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Fresh set of downs here. In motion goes the tight end. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Fights through and now a crease. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Slot man moves right. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's Perkins on first down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Perkins. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Look to throw here. He's got it complete to Perkins. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Let's go. Wait, 90. 2
Second down, Bridgewater. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go. Green 39. Watching that party.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hurry up. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit. No. Jack, Patriot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So 1:56 to play in this first half. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's McCoy. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw here. Looking deep now for McCoy. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts, to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Out of the pistol, Perkins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
10 yards still left on second down. They go with Perkins again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go! 3, 19! Gone! Leopard! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. They go play action. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They're going to look to throw. And just shutting him off there. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On the give, it's Perkins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A handoff to Perkins. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go. Blue 58.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd down following the run.
Dagger. Let's go.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long for Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Let's go.
First down, Bridgewater. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd down following the incompletion. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he finds Stills, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. Bailey now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Running left, it's Perkins. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll try right side with Perkins. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll go as a loss of 5. And just like that, it's third down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And now here come the Cowboys. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So they run with Perkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the run, it's Perkins. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go. Green.
Now Perkins. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Redskins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Perkins on third down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And on 2nd and 10 now. And to give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Check, check, here we go. Watch number 86. Watch 86. All right, now. Right. Detroit. Check 37. Check 37. Leopard.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.